Hello everyone, today we're going to be looking at the level 5 Manticore Oppressor, which is essentially a plasma carbine. It's ironically named because it's the least oppressive weapon in the game. It's so ineffective that the Israeli government allows shipments of this to be made to the Gaza Strip because they would prefer that they use these rather than the weaponized fireworks they're currently using. In Russia, it's regarded as a children's toy. In the United States, it's the only weapon that's been recommended for self-defense by the Democratic Party. I've put a number of modifications on it, stowed reloading, so it reloads itself when you put it away. The reload time for this gun is quite fast, so it's not really essential, but I felt stowed reloading made sense because it has a very large clip size once you upgrade it. I added headshot damage in, which increases the headshot damage from like 1.5 to 2.3 or something like that. I put the increased stability mod on it because that's always good for every gun, pretty much. And I added the magazine size to it, and that increases the number of shots from 50 to 75. Now, what makes this weapon so ineffective? The main thing is the slow travel time of the projectiles, which are tormented souls of people who don't believe that Tom Cruise is the greatest actor of all time. Its base damage isn't great, but that's kind of compensated for by the fact that plasma is effective against both shields and armour. Its rate of fire is pretty puny compared to the other SMGs and assault rifles. In order to balance it, they need to really increase the damage or projectile speed or some combination of the two. The stats of this gun are actually pretty good, but it doesn't account for the projectile speed. This weapon is actually good against people who are standing still or running right at you. People who try to avoid Elrond's judgment by, moving in 3 dimensions. Not great against them, unfortunately. And they're the people who we need to expunge from the universe.
Enemy command has called in.
Right, so let's try the gun out.
Inbound grenade!
Now it does have quite good headshot damage, and it is good against people who are kind enough not to move and accept their fate. But as soon as they start moving, things become a bit more difficult. It is the coolest weapon in the game, I think, by default. And it's got a very good sight on it as well. Stop moving. See, they're standing nice and still for us. Now I have a suspicion that the level 5 kinetic pistol would kill people even with fully charged shields faster than this.
Reloading point secured. Hostile sighted. Enemy took Echo. Incoming grenade. Enemy forces inbound.
The clip size is very good, so if people are standing still, you can kill quite a few people. Even elites, which is what we're against here.
Reinforcements have arrived.
This gun does not have John Travolta's seal of approval.
Enemy
See, as soon as they start running, you can't. It's very difficult to lead the shots, and if people start strafing on you, it becomes pretty useless. Stay still. See, I mean, I've emptied most of a clip on this guy and haven't even got his shields down yet. No! I'll show a comparison of how effective the kinetic pistol is in comparison to this. In fact, the kinetic pistol, once it's at level 5, is probably better against shields than this as well. I mean, this does have good headshot damage, but hitting them, let alone hitting them on the head, is hard unless you're right beside them. And getting close isn't always a good idea, as they might have shotguns, like that guy does. Yeah, got me good. Right, let's swap to the pistol now.
Enemy support has arrived.
This is the best pistol in the game. Although I do like the plasma pistol, the Tormentor, has to be said, the kinetic one is the best.
Reloading, watch my back. Reinforcements are touching down. Foxtrot is ours. Alpha point secured. We've got the advantage. Keep going.
And it's not as good at one-shotting people with shields by surprise, but for everything else it's really good. But, you know, I'm finding it a lot easier to kill people even with shields using the pistol, I would say, than the Oppressor. Elrond's followers don't need air, only faith.
One enemy remaining. Hunt them down. Reinforcements have arrived.
Bow before Elrond's chosen. I wasn't good at shooting him in the head there. One thing I don't like about the kinetic pistol is that the sight isn't very good. It can be hard to see where the target actually is, compared to the plasma pistol where it's very easy to see where the center is.
Enemy reinforcements are coming in hot. Reinforcements have
Let's
arrived.
have a look with the laser SMG now, which is a lot more effective again.
Delta has been captured.
It's also a lot easier to use at distance.
Alpha is now online. Enemy reinforcements are coming in hot. Fire in the hole!
I really wish I'd put stability on this SMG.
Reinforcements are ready to deploy.
I'd say stability is generally one of the best mods to put on everything. Except for maybe like the rocket launcher and maybe the executioner. Anyway, let's go back to the Oppressor for comparison purposes.
Reinforcements inbound. Enemy forces inbound. Delta has been captured. Out grenade! Go, has lit up.
Vital signs weak. Vital signs.
Anyway, the moral of the story is don't upgrade the Manticore Oppressor to level 5 like I did and fully mod it out. I mean, I just kinda did it for trolling purposes. Because pulling out this in a fight is like pulling out a banana or something. I hope it'll maybe distract someone someday. Anyway, good day everyone.
Goodbye. I shall likely be seeing you again.